take risks, and you got to establish relationships. I get out there, I call him, yo, Moses, I'm here. All right, Sean, pick me up tomorrow morning. We gonna get busy. Picked him up. At this time, his channel, he had 20,000 subscribers. His channel was 5 times bigger than mine. He still did the collab with me. You gotta do collabs in social media. My opinion, I've had success with it. We do the collab, and we've been tight ever since, and I never forgot that when I was small and he was big, he worked with me, and I knew when I put this joint on, I said, I got to call Moses. Coming to the stage, Moses Quavos, my nigga. Come on, Moses. Y'all make sure y'all support the vendors, man. Please. They spend time and energy. Please buy something from them. Quavos out there, all of them out there. You want me to film for you, Moses? You got it? I got it. Film it now? Come on. Moses Quavos, y'all.
What's going on? Check, 1, 2. How you guys doing? Doing all right? If y'all don't know me, my name is Moses Quavos from Southern California, from the West Coast. Shout out to the East Coast. I see y'all in Florida. Real quick. And where's homeboy I seen last night, the hotel last night? Where you at? Raise your hand. Come here real quick. The reason why I gave him that shirt is because last night I seen him and he needed somewhere to stay. They said he couldn't check in until like 4 o'clock. I'm like, man, just come be my suite. You know, I'm by myself anyways. I'm glad I hit the hotel and I fell asleep, you know. But I apologize about that though. That's authentic. I'm in myself. Eternal Legacy, that's my clothing brand. So, you know, I'm here if you need to know too. But anyways, my name is Moses Quavos, you guys, from California. I was born in 1994, 26 years old, I'm gonna be 27. I grew up at, I'm gonna give you a little, how I grew up and who I am and my background a little bit. That way you guys can get to know who I am. As a baby, when I was coming out of my mom's womb, she had heroin in the system, so they took me away immediately. You know, she had to get well just to get to the hospital. I'm mad at her at that. I love you, Mom, too. Shout out to my mom. So anyways, at a young age, I was involved in the system, the government and all that, foster homes, group homes and all that. I ended up going with one of my aunts. She was like a mom to me. She took me in, because after I was in a foster home, she picked me up as a baby, actually. Where was my dad at? My dad was in prison. Shout out to my dad, too. Rest in peace. He just passed away about a week. We just buried him not too long ago, a few days ago, actually. Man. But my dad was in prison at the time. My mom had me. I got took in. So my aunt picked me up. Rosemary, rest in peace, too. She was like a mom figure to me. She took care of me. She did what she can as a child. How was I as a child? I was, you know, a young wild child, I guess you could say, you know, running around on the streets, climbing trees, scraping my arms, legs, knees, playing football on the concrete, you know, things like that. But she ended up passing away. Again, I went back to another foster home. My brother from Compton ended up taking me in. Shout out to my brother too. He ended up adopting me. So that happened. I was about like 7, 8 years old, and he took me in. He did what he can, you know, he was a young father himself. Unfortunately, it didn't work out between, the living situation right there. We bumped heads a lot, but it's all right. So I ended up taking off. I took off. I ran away around like 10 or 11. Also, I grew up in Los Angeles area, the Southeast, but also Orange County, Anaheim, is where I'm from. Shout out to everybody from Orange County, LA, all of California. Shoot, we in here, we in the building. But anyways, so I ran away. I hit the streets at a young age. I was a young, hurt child, mad, hurt. I wanted just to be appreciated and loved, So I ran to the homeboys, I ran to the homies and stuff. And honestly, at that time, I felt loved and appreciated, man. I'm sure you guys have heard that, But no, this was really, I felt like I felt wanted. I felt like I was accepted. I felt like I belonged there in a way at that time, So they welcomed me with big arms and stuff. So at 12 years old, I started gangbanging. And then I got jumped in when I was 13. So from that point on, being on the streets and all that, after that, it was pretty much a wrap as far as I committed robberies, I committed violence, I have experimented with drugs, never stuck on them or shunned out, thank God. But, things of that nature as far as gangbanging also go. And this is, there's a lot of young brown or black men, Asian, don't matter, white too, in California. I'm not the only one, there's a lot of us. I'm sure anyone in the US though too, so. But anyways, so from that point on, I was in and out of juvenile hall, group homes. The group homes, shout out to all the group homes, man, that showed me love, and all the kids, man, because there's a lot of kids that have gone through way worse than I have, man. How were the group homes? They were cool. Some of them are cool. Some of them a little, salty. Some of them, there's some bad shit that happens behind doors, that a lot of people don't know about. But thank God, I was all right. But it made me grow up though. They call it like gladiator school though too, because you in there squabbling, you fighting with other men, other boys. So that kind of toughened me up, and you meeting people from all walks of life, So I'm definitely grateful for that whole experience as far as being in the group homes and all that. So yeah, from 12, 13, I was out there wilding. My thing was home invasions, breaking in house. And what I'm telling you guys, I really haven't told nobody, but I want you guys to just know who I really am. Am I proud of it? No, but I'm not ashamed because it made me who I am today. So, and I'm very grateful to be where I'm at today. So, anyways, home invasions, doing all that, in and out of the group homes, juvenile hall, camps. So, I'm gonna give the raw, why not? I know at one point in time, I was just watching one of my videos. I met Sean off my YouTube channel. I got a YouTube channel under Moses Quavos. I'm known for doing the burpees and calisthenics, pull-ups, push-ups, burpees, all that. But anyways, I remember real quick, in the group home though, I'm gonna keep it real. I remember there's a few times where I contemplated on committing suicide. At one point, I remember, going through all the chemicals and stuff, and why did I want to do that? I don't know, but I was just mad and sad, or just mixed emotions, So I was thinking about going underneath the cabinet, getting all the chemicals, all the cleaners and stuff, mix them all together. I wanted to make like a good little bottle of everything, just down it. That's what I was contemplating on. I'm glad I didn't do that, because it would have been a dumb decision. And I don't recommend doing anything like that. But yeah, man, I mean, there's times I break down. There's times I, fight not only with the other boys in there, but with the staff too and all that. But I just want to share that's a little glimpse of how it was, or at least for me, at that age. As far as me on the streets, out there it's different. It's like, man, we out there trying to kill people, you know. At that time, that was my mind. That's what we were brainwashed to learn and think, you know, as far as gaming and all that. But shout out to all the OGs too that taught me to go the right direction and taught me the right way, the righteous way. But after that though, after the group homes, eventually I was in and out to like the group homes, the juvenile hall camps, all that. I hit about 17 years old, and I met my first mother of my children, and I ended up having my first child. Malaya, lovely Quavos, shout out to my kids. I had my first kid at like 17 years old, and that kind of like made me pump the brakes a little bit, you know, as far as like going full speed into destruction, you know, self-destruction I would say. But it didn't stop there though. Eventually I had my son after that, Angel, and you know, I started having my family, you know. To me, that's what it's about, is family at the end of the day, our kids and stuff. And I had them, so we ended up shipping out to another state, New Mexico. We're out there doing our thing. The cost of living out there is cheap, and my mom's out there. I was out there helping out my mom. She's a little older. She has health issues and stuff. And I want, you know, to kind of not only get away from the bullshit, but like, be there for my mom too and have my family at the same time, you know, so it was like a win-win at the end of the day. So I went out there and it was cool, man. It was cool for a minute. Eventually one night, I got into some trouble with another man, and alcohol was involved that night. Some words were exchanged between me and that man. And, you know, we went to the cut, to the side. You guys know what the cut means, like the alley, the side, you know, the corner, whatever. And we handled business, but we started squabbling or whatever. And I remember I had like a piece. It was just a little knife, a shank, whatever you want to call it. And I remember, you know, plugging him a few times, stabbing him 2-3 times. And why did I do that? People have asked me, why'd you do that, Moses? You guys are fighting. Why'd you pull out a knife? I'll tell you why. Because the way I was taught and where I come from, when you run to an enemy or you're dealing with an enemy, you're trying to kill him. You're trying to take him out. That's what I was taught. Brainwash, you know. That was my mentality. Like, I'm trying to, you know, well, you think if they have a gun and they catch me slipping, you think they're gonna put the gun down? No, they're gonna shoot me. So that's the mentality, you know? That's why I pulled it. I still had it, and I still do. I've gotten way better. I've come a long ways, you guys. And I believe change is very possible for any of us. But anyways, I did that. I remember he was holding his stomach, and he was walking away, and he was telling me, man, you tripping. And I remember for a split second, I thought in my head, like, I don't know what, this thought just ran through my mind. I'm like, man, I want to go after him again and get him a few more times. I wanted to end it, you know? But I didn't, though. And I'm glad I didn't. I probably wouldn't be here today. You know, so he ended up getting airlifted to the hospital or whatever on a helicopter. They said if it would have gotten a little more or something like that, would have hit his liver or something like that, he would have passed away. So after that, I ended up going to prison from there on out. State penitentiary or correctional facility. It was my first adult offense. I did a few years. And after that man would have died, I probably would have got a good chunk of change as far as like doing time and stuff. Again, though, I'm glad he didn't die, but things happen though, you know. So I did my prison time. I'm sure you guys might wonder, some of you, I really don't care. I say fuck prison, honestly, but I might like, it actually did help me. It did make me grow in a lot of different ways, as far as with the mindset, spiritually, physically, etc. But my experiences in prison, just to keep it like kind of short, it's hell in there. I'm sure anyone done time, you already know. The food's not good. I was in the hall. I did some things in there too, because that's, it's who you associate with. I had no business, I earned my shit, I did what I had to do to survive. It's either in there, you a sheep or you a wolf. And I wasn't no sheep, And I'm not saying like I'm big or bad, but in there you gotta survive, man. That's how it is, just like these streets. You gotta survive, man. That's the honest truth. And I'm not saying, I'm not the biggest bad dude. Anyone thinks you guys are, nah, there's always someone greater, man. To me, the greatest one is God, most importantly. So, amen. So anyways, in there, it was a hellhole, man. People in there are really committing suicide. People are really dying. People are getting stabbed. I mean, it is what it is. Like, shit do be happening. People doing drugs. I mean, you name it, man. Everything's going on in there. What did I learn in there, though, is there's a lot of smart people in there, actually. A lot of smart men in there. And it's kind of a shame that some of them, their talents or their wisdom or their philosophy they'll never be able to share with us, people in the world, in society. And I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I'll be in there looking around, and even the OGs, the older homies will tell me like, man, don't come back, man. Don't come back to this shit. I'm looking like, man, you right. But I'll look around, all men, right? And I think like, man, do you really want to do this shit for the rest of your life, Moses? Do you really want to do this? CEOs telling you what to do, this and that. When you could use to take your shit whenever you want. Eating like the same food, freaking glass or like rocks in your food. Nah, man. I would think like, nah, man, I'm not trying to do this shit for the rest of my life. I'm good, man. So it's kind of like a light bulb moment for me. Unfortunately, I had to take that for me to actually realize and think about it, So after that, eventually I ended up paroling out. I made it out, thank God. From there on out, I was with my family and all that. Unfortunately, things didn't work out. I ended up paroling out. I killed my number and all that, and I ended up going back to California. Along that way, though, I met Sean. Where's Sean at? Where you at, Sean? All right. Yeah, along that way, I met Sean. I met Sean. How did my YouTube channel start? One day.
Tell him, Moses.
Yeah. One day I had an Obama phone. This is my water? Thank you. So how I started my YouTube channel, because this is my bread and butter. This is how it started for me, you guys. I do have a platform now. I'm known, especially in the LA area. So one day I had an Obama phone, cheap little phone, and I went on YouTube, and there's a camera sign on it. I'm sure you guys know. You press that, and you can upload a video. So I'm like, man, let me check this out. And I was over there at my mom's stuff. I believe it was still on parole and all that. I pressed that little plus sign for the YouTube, and it says you can upload a video. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm just give it a try. I mean, why not? And I was like, man, I'm just gonna do some pull-ups or just talk, maybe the goal was to hopefully reach someone and to help motivate, and not only that, but share my story. That was the goal at that time, So I did that, it worked. I did a few more, and one of my burpee videos ended up kind of like blowing up. So I started getting known like that. There was times though, once I started like moving on up little by little, there was times where I'm gonna keep it real. I was like, man, because I like my privacy, and once you got a decent platform or you out there in the public, meeting different people. Your privacy, you don't really have that much privacy, you know? And I like my privacy. I got kids, I got a family, you know? And I like, all that is new. I'm from the hood too, and it's new to me. I never thought like, so at times with the YouTube thing, I was like, man, fuck YouTube. I don't want to do this. For what? But you know what? I'm gonna keep going with it. I kept with it. And I'm glad I did, man. So if you guys ever feel like you want to give up on something, or you're like, you just had enough of it, don't give up. Stick with it. Stick with it. Have time. Have patience. A lot of us get discouraged because we want everything like that. It ain't gonna happen like that. You gotta give it time. Trust me on that. What did he say? Trust the process? Trust the process, man. That's what I did. And I had faith though too, man. And my goal, you know, my whole goal in life as a young kid, as a teenager boy from California, my whole goal and one of my things I want to do all my life is, man, as long as I can save one life, whether it's a car accident, I help them save them, burning house or whatever it means, I just want to save one life. And I've exceeded that. I get messages from people all around the world just because I share my story. And I'm not only fighting for myself and my family, but I'm fighting for all of us. I don't care what color, what culture y'all from. We all the same. On everything. Men and women. We need to take care of each other, you guys. This world's too fucked up, man. For real.
Hey, Moses, could you talk about the letter you got from the mayor of LA, the movie you shot, the commercial you shot, and somebody offered another movie deal to you? Could you talk a little bit about that, please?
Yes, sir. So, again, there's times I wanted to stop with the YouTube thing. I kept with it, guys. I kept going. I kept marching forward. And just like in life, too, there's times I'm sure when we all want to give up. But my thing is, like, I give it one day at a time. One day at a time. Yes, it's good to think about the future and all that, cool. Or even think about the past. Nah, for me, I worry about today, and I want to conquer today. Conquer today. Make today your greatest day, you know? So, anyways, so because I stuck with the YouTube thing, I went back to LA. I started being a part of the community as far as protests. I've been involved, and I still am, you know, fighting for our rights, believing in the right and the truth and the light. And I started meeting people, you know, slowly but surely, from different walks of life again, you know. But anyways, because I stuck with it, you know, now I'm getting calls from, and shout out to Condemned Labs. I just got a partnership with a supplement company, Condemned Labs. Shout out to Condemned Labs. Because I didn't give up, what I'm truly trying to say is because I didn't give up, all these doors and blessings started happening, you guys, slowly but surely. I just did a commercial. I got a movie now, 2-3 movies now that I'm gonna be involved in. You know, again, I never thought I'd be doing this, you guys, and nothing is impossible. You just gotta believe in yourself, have faith, and have patience, man. Trust me on that. Trust me. What else, Sean? The mayor. Oh yeah, I got a letter from the mayor of LA on recognition. It was actually like a birthday card, but also that the whole LA, that, you know, everybody from excluding the mayor, I got a signature and everything. He's like, hey man, we watching you. You're doing great. Keep up the good work. The mayor of LA, man. That when I seen that, I'm like, this is real. You know, so it's things like that, you guys. I mean, I'm not doing it for the fame or money. I don't care about that stuff. I don't care about money. Money's important, don't get me wrong, make that money, but I don't care about the fame. I'm a regular motherfucker, you know, and nah, man, we all special, we all unique. I'm not gonna say we regular, we all unique in our own ways. That's another thing too, man. People want to get discouraged about themselves and feel some type of way, but honestly, I think we're all special, unique in our own ways, man or female. We all got something to give. Best believe that. Best believe that. YouTube now, I'm doing pretty good. I'm successful. YouTube's paying me. I get a decent check. TikTok, I'm on TikTok too. TikTok's paying me now. I don't even gotta work. As far as honestly, if I have to work for my family, my people, I will. My things like construction or whatever. I don't really like working for people though. I like being my own boss, you know? So it's a better feeling, you know, and especially if you work hard for yours. But yeah, man, all these things started falling in place. I just stuck with it though, you guys. You gotta just stick with it, you know? Stay focused. As far as worrying about what other people are doing. Like for example, I can be worried about what Sean's doing. And I'm gonna keep it real, I don't. Every now and then I'll tap in, I'll check on Sean, but I don't really worry about what he's doing though. In no disrespectful way. Or with anybody else though too. I focus on myself, on my vision, my journey, on what I can do better, what little things I need to work on. Focus on yourself, most importantly. And that's actually has helped me greatly. Because once you start worrying about other people or what are they doing, or what is the trend, nah, be you. Stick to the game plan, that's all I'm saying. That's what's helped me. It may not help work for everybody, but that's what's worked for me though. Focus on yourself. Focus on your weaknesses, on what you can work on, get better at. Not only that, love, man, love. I gotta bring that word up, love. God is love, love all, man. Love, man. Love your neighbor, love your enemies, love yourself, most importantly, man. For real. Recently too, I just and whoever follows me, whoever fucks with me, I just look. In the last month and a half, I just lost my grandfather. I just lost my dad, rest in peace, who was like everything to me. You know, he wasn't in my life really, but he was there, you know, since 2005. He did a stretch for I believe, trying to rob a bank. And he just died. He was everything to me. I love you, Dad. This is for you too, man. I just had my newborn, my daughter Maya. Shout out to my baby girl, I love you. And yeah, real quick though, I have, you know, trip out real quick. If you don't mind me sharing this with you, Sean. While my dad was dying, supposedly from COVID and pneumonia, he was right, the hospital, it was Chalk Hospital, Children's Hospital. My daughter, she was born premature. My daughter was barely being born, she came out early. My dad was, they're in hospitals right next to each other. So my dad was dying, my daughter was barely being born, you know. So it was a trip, so I was walking to that hospital, it was walking distance to both of them. You know, and like they say, I guess when there's death, there's life, and, you know, vice versa. So either way, it's a blessing. I'm grateful for it. Right after that, I'm gonna keep it real. Right after my dad died, I got into a car accident. Not too many people know about. I don't tell everybody my business. You don't show everybody your cards, man. Some things you gotta keep to yourself. I got into a car accident. I flipped my truck over. I was able to walk out of it like nothing. You know? So that's God, if not my dad, you know? So I'm very grateful for that. I fell asleep behind the wheel. Again, you know, after that, we're doing a fundraiser for my dad. One of my homeboys, Menace, rest in peace, he was helping me wash the cars and everything. We did a car wash fundraiser for my dad for his funeral expenses. Later on that night, he ended up dying. That was like a real friend. I known him since like I was 12 years old. He ended up passing away, rest in peace too. So with all that being said, like that shit, you know, God bless them and their souls and lives, man, but that ain't gonna stop me, man. When tragedy happens, like what is it? With strong blessings, there's blessings. With every hard time, don't be ashamed if you going through a struggle. Don't be ashamed if you fail. Don't be ashamed if you make a mistake. Just learn from them. There's always a positive out of a negative, if that makes any sense. You know, just keep your chin up and keep it pushing no matter what. I mean that shit, you guys. I believe in all you guys. I believe in all you guys. believe in yourself though too. If I can do it, you guys can do it too. I never thought I'd be in movies and commercials, helping other people out. But anything's possible, man. I mean that shit. I truly do. Hey, I love you, Sean. Hey, hold up. I'm gonna end it with this. Sean, hey, shout out to Sean because he got this together and I admire his work ethic. I don't know no one else that works as hard as you as far as YouTube, man. On everything I love. And I appreciate you and I respect you for that. Shout out to Lil Sean too, man.
Too.
Yeah, brother. And thank you guys. God bless. Moses Quavos.
Yo, this is the Entrepreneurship Leadership Motivation Conference, man. This shit keep getting better and better. Next to the stage, where my man at? Where my man at? Is he here?
Right here. Where we at?
Okay, there you go. Listen, this is 050. This is if you got Instagram, you done seen this dude on Instagram, man. He's got his own style, does his own thing. We're gonna bring him to the stage. NDO, you ready?
Oh yeah.
Give it up for NDO Champ, y'all. NDO Champ.
Lift it up. What's up, Champ? Yeah.
Yo, make sure y'all follow everybody, man, on their social media platforms. NDO Champ on Instagram, YouTube. 050.
What up? What's up, y'all? What's up? Are you asleep? What up? Man, I feel the energy in here, man. Yeah. We came a long way. Wow. Alright, if you don't know me, man, my name is Robert Wilmot, aka NDO Champ. So I'm from Liberia. I was born and raised in Liberia. You know, my country had like 14 years civil war, right? Shout out to all the Liberians in the building, shout out to Global App, shout out to my team in the building, NDO Nation. Shout out to everybody that been rocking me since day one, man. Shout out to all the fans that came out. Let me take this glass and let me take this. This is deep right here. So I was born in Liberia, man. At the age of 9 years old, we had a 14-year civil war. Brutal civil war. You know what I mean? Like, my schools was burned down, churches was burned down, people was getting killed, no school, no water, people would die from diseases. I'm talking about 14 years straight. You know? So, me and my mom and my brother and sister, we had to keep running from one village to another village. Every time we tried to settle, the rebel would try to come and burn it down, take everything. We had to go to another village in the bushes, try to, you know what I mean, try to hide, you know, look for something to eat. And I watched people went 3-4 days with no food, died. You know, my mom was strong though. She was strong. She said, we're gonna keep pushing. You know what I mean? At the age of like 5, 6, the war separated my father. We didn't know where he was at, but he was out there somewhere trying to survive. But, so my mom, my grandfather was in America. So my grandfather realized he had a daughter in Africa, right? So he's like, damn, I need to send for her, you know? So my grandfather tried to send for my mom. My mom said, I have 5 kids. I can't leave my kids behind. It's a war going on, you know? Just send me a little couple of dollars. We gonna make it happen, you know? But my grandfather never stayed. He said, you know what? I'm gonna bring you and your children to America. So in 2000, we moved to Brooklyn. So now, as a kid, I've been running my whole life, fighting, trying to survive in the bushes, trying to learn how to hustle, how to hunt, you know, helping mama, pop wasn't there, helping out. You know, so sit up here trying to worry about getting a pen and paper, trying to learn ABC and stuff like that. I'm in the bushes trying to survive, trying to dump bullets. You know? So, like 16. I said, damn. I finally escaped the war. You know, staying where my father was at. So 2 brothers, 2 sisters, single mother. My mom had me when she was 16. Sacrificed her educational level to raise us. So now we're here in America, in the great United States. We're in Brooklyn. Pull up in Brooklyn like, damn, I just skipped the war. Come in Brooklyn, I asked my grandfather, I said, where we at? Are we in the United States? Like, yeah, we here. Man, I stand outside, I look across the street, I seen a corner store, I seen a church, I seen a liquor store, I seen the fiends, I seen crackheads, I seen drug dealers, I'm like, man, I'm right back in the war. I'm right back. So now, I'm like, damn. So coming from Africa, all the old people from my village, nobody never been to America. You know what I'm saying? At the age, you know what I'm saying, for Christmas, we prayed to get a chicken. You know what I'm saying? That's how